𝗤𝗍𝗵𝗿𝗏, everyone. This is 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗲 Shree here with my spiritual teacher and guru, Acharya Shree Yogeesh, for the 8th episode of Acharya Shree's podcast. Acharya Shree is a respected enlightened one who has helped thousands of souls progress on their spiritual path and totally transform. Welcome to all of our new listeners and thank you for tuning in. 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗏. Acharya Shree, in our last episode, we were talking about leaving religion or transitioning from religion to spirituality. And oftentimes in our podcasts or our YouTube videos, you refer to the ancient religion of Jainism. So a couple of questions arise because are you a Jain teacher? What is the Jain system? And are you teaching us religion or spirituality? If you can explain that thin line there.
This is the extraordinary question. But I'm not sure if it will be extraordinary answer for it.
Well, you're an extraordinary soul, so I think it's going to be extraordinary anyways.
Okay. I don't teach. And I don't think that I am a Jain teacher. I am. But I mention about Jainism a lot in my talk because Jainism is one branch of Samanic Tradition. And I follow strictly Samanic Tradition, and Samanic Tradition is the most ancient in the world, actually. So Samanic Tradition is Jainism, one of the branch of it these days, is the only branch which is closest to the Samanic tradition. All the other tradition or branches diminished, finished. Like there was Sankhya system, is almost finished. There was the original system of Buddhist that almost diminished. Whatever Buddhism today is not the same. So closest thing I think Samanic tradition is only a Jain. Even though Samanic tradition was not a religion. All Tirthankaras, they never taught any religion at all. They don't want to add one more branch. So that's why Tirthankaras are universal. Their teachings are universal. But as soon as any branch becomes religion, it spoils the teachings. That's why one of my difficulty to say that I am a Jain teacher, because it is not universal anymore. Then you become a Jain. Mm-hmm. And Jain is a box, is a little branch. And Tirthankara teachings are for the universe. Anybody can follow Tirthankara's teachings. But it is unfortunate, Jain becomes like unknown to the people. Tirthankara is supposed to be known to everyone. It used to be. That's what I thought. It is better not to belong to any religion. I teach more spirituality. And spirituality is hidden in every single religion, more or less. But Jainism I mention more because it is hidden a lot there. Like for people, there are the one popular book, Hindu book, is called Gita. It's most popular and it has spirituality. It's hidden in a couple of chapters. Maybe it is collected from Samanic tradition too, because it is a karmic, yogic, and devotional, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, and karma yoga. There is many things there, and it seems like they borrowed this system from Samanic tradition. And Samanic tradition is the oldest one. Adinath was the founder of the Samanic tradition. And Adinath is the first enlightened person, enlightened one on this earth. So the Samanic tradition I follow, but Jain is the closest one. Most of religion, they follow from the truth. Why? Somehow new additions. Like I give an example how it follow from the truth. Upanishads, originally authentic Upanishads, they are only 13. And even the Hindu believes that Adi Shankaracharya, he wrote only 11 authentic commentaries on Upanishad. 11 Upanishad, he wrote the commentary. Maybe by 13 he mentioned. And they consider him as a founder of Hinduism and also kind of God to them. But now it is more than 200, over 200 Upanishads. It is adding every day. And even they added Allah Upanishad. Allah Upanishad means like the Islam. Because Islam invaded in India, somebody wrote Allah Upanishad. Means it is, they're going far away from the truth. The reality is hidden into the 13 Upanishads. But after that you go, you see something going far away from this truth. So this way it is the same thing. Samanic teachings were oral. They were not written. It was passed from guru to disciple, disciple to another disciple. This way it is a tradition and they used to memorize it. And in this memorizing thinking, because there was no written system, there was no script those days, and they didn't write the original, so it got lost. Because even the same words, when it passed through the three people, it changes the whole system. Because three people will understand their own way. And that's why originality of the Tirthankaras teachings got lost. And I am going to tell you, the last Tirthankara was Mahavir. Mahavira was an extraordinary person on the earth. Tirthankaras are extraordinary people on the earth anyway. And he used to teach why I like still the Jain branch, because it has three things attracts me too much. One is their slogan, first slogan, it is logo kind of, 𝗬𝗫𝗏 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆. 𝗬𝗫𝗏 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆. If you see the Jain branch logo, pratik they call it, it is written underneath 𝗬𝗫𝗏 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿. Coexistence. Coexistence means you let live people and then live. But what Jains, they twisted it. They say live and let live. It means they are so selfish people. I cannot believe it. They think about themselves first, live, then let live. No, Tirthankara never said that. They say that let live. Live. When they leave others, you already exist. But if you don't respect others, or you kill others, and you don't, you hurt them, kill them, or you don't protect them, it means you are not protected either. So that attracts me a lot, but it was good thing, coexistence, that you live in the harmony. Second, of the Jain branch, it attracts me a lot. So that's why I mentioned, and that is multiplicity of truth. It is called Anekantavada. Anekantavada is a multiplicity of truth. Truth can be told many different ways. It is a multiplicity. And multiplicity of truth, if people follow this world today, there is no fight, there is no war. Because multiplicity of truth is not an absolute, you cannot tell the absolute truth. Like Lao Tzu little bit mention about it. It seems like he was familiar with multiplicity of truth. And he mentioned that the first line he mentioned in his teaching, the Tao. The Tao which can be told is not a Tao. Means the truth which can be told is not a truth. That's what a multiplicity of truth is. That any person can be right in their own way. It's not that they are absolutely true, truthful, but they can be truthful. We have to understand each other's angle, each other's point of view. In their point of view, a murderer can be very truthful. Forget the good people. Even the bad people can be truthful too, because they see only that much. They see maybe their own way, the truth. It's very hard. So, but if we follow multiplicity of truth, then we will see why this person is killing others. It means this person needs help. Maybe he's not seeing the way it's supposed to be seen, the truth. So we will willing to help that person. Why this person is drinking too much? Maybe some problem. So we have to help them. If we follow this is the universal system. Multiplicity of truth is the Tirthankaras teachings. And then it attracts me more 𝗬𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗀𝗲. 𝗬𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗀 is called 𝗬𝗵𝗿𝗍𝗫𝗻𝗀. 𝗬𝗵𝗍𝗫 is the theory of relativity. And that's why I respect Mahavir a lot. Because he gave this theory, he modified it from the Samanic tradition, and he made a 𝗬𝗵𝗍𝗫𝗀, theory of relativity. And who got credit from this? Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, he stole this theory, 𝗬𝗵𝗍𝗫𝗀, from India. And people know that he was genius. Why? Because he gave the theory of relativity. And relativity is known more than 2600 years ago. Mahavira mentioned it. That's what I like the Jain branch a lot. And I mentioned a lot. Why? Because this word attracts me a lot. It comes from 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆. 𝗔𝗯 means who are the victorious one, who are the winner one. They have overcome from their raga and dvesha. Raga means attachment, dvesha means hatred. They are fully balanced. And Jainis, they are trying to follow 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆, victorious one, who are the victorious one. But they are trying to win over their attachment or their hatred. At least they are trying. This word attracts me a lot. So people need to write the history again. That who stole this extraordinary person's theory of relativity? Albert Einstein. Like Gandhi. Gandhi, he didn't teach anything else except Mahavira's teachings. But Gandhi became known in the world apostle of non-violence. Right? But it is the Tirthankars. They are the apostle of the non-violence because that's what they do. Let live. That's what their message was. But now the Jain branch twisted it, but they're still close at least. Their selfishness came. Maybe human is selfish. Jains may be selfish too. They begin to think themselves first instead of thinking about others. They talk about lot of 𝗔𝗯𝗿𝗍𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 being, compassion for the living being. But how many Jains, they even rescue animals or rescue anybody? They talk about their monks, 𝗷𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗆 monks, if you hear their lecture, or even 𝗬𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗆 monks, if you hear their lectures, they talk about 𝗔𝗯cie, 𝗔𝗯cie. But Not a single Acharya has even animal sanctuary. They don't do it. And Mahavira's, if you see Mahavira's 10 most popular devotees, they had almost 100,000 of animals. They were farmers. They have to have, there was no technology. So they used to rescue, they used to protect all the animals. That is the Samanic Tradition's system. And no Jainacharya is doing that. They call about 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆𝗀𝗃, 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗆𝗃, 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗃. Have compassion on animals, birds, other living beings. They cannot speak. But how many? They have abundance of money chance. If they begin to see it, they can rescue billions of animals. But they don't want to do that work. They just want to meditate, 𝗏𝗏, sitting, standing, by repeating just logos, 𝗬𝗏cie𝗴𝗲𝗁 will open your mind. Hey, somebody is starving in your neighborhood. Feed first them. Sometime I think Muhammad was better than them, Islamic founder. I am going to share one little thing about him. Maybe Islamic people don't know even how compassionate he was. One day he decided to visit his daughter. She was married to the other town. As soon as he entered to the home, she saw she is sitting in front of mirror and putting lot of jewelry, diamonds. She didn't even look, she didn't even notice. She was too much into that. And he left right away. But his grandson saw him. Mom, Grandpa was here. Why didn't you stop? That he left. Can you look around? Maybe he's here in the street somewhere. He found him sitting on the public place, very sad, disappointed, frustrated. And she said, Grandpa, I found it. That, Grandpa, why didn't you come to our home? Oh, I don't want to come. I thought she was my daughter. She is not my daughter. That, why? I am your grandson. You are. The way I raised my daughter, she is not my daughter anymore. Look at hundreds of people starving here. Their body just dying. And she lives in this neighborhood. I am very sad. He informed the mom. Mom understood right away. She picked up all the jewelry and diamonds, whatever she had, and give to the grandpa. He took there, he sold it, and he fed hundreds of starving people there. Look at, there is no selfishness here. And he visited his daughter, that you are my real daughter. I didn't know that you have that kind heart. If there is no kind heart, by saying 𝗔𝗯𝗵𝗿𝗃, it doesn't work. You need to act upon it. You need to open animal sanctuaries or bird sanctuaries or whatever other people need. Not a single Jain is so much rich. They are so much rich people. But did you see any orphanage, any Jain orphanage? No. They don't have it. They will talk about education. They will talk about this. They will open, oh, this is Jain chair in this university or that university. They want to spread the message of Jain. But do they following it? No. That's what let live. That attracts me the most. And that's why I mentioned lot of Jain in my system. But I am trying to tell people, follow the spirituality. Spirituality is beyond selfishness. You don't think about yourself first. You think about the other first. You do yourself too. I'm not against of it. But if somebody in your neighborhood is starving or dying and you just passing by, no. Even the Sikh religion is better than Jain sometimes. They believe in serving. Serving means when they go to their temple, they even clean people's shoes. And they feel proud of it. But Jain, they will come in their own monastery, they will hire a servant, employees, but they will not do by themselves. So what is the message? That's why I cannot tell myself a Jain teacher. I can tell myself a Samanic teacher, Samanic tradition. Samanic tradition was the original, and it has a spirituality. Fortunately, Jain agams, the holy books, they call it agam, they have at least 10% truth in it. Even though they follow the truth, but they still carrying 10% of truth. So 10% of truth is a lot. That's what I have to mention. Sankhya system has even more, but it got lost. We have only 64 karika. Karika means shlokas or verses. And I memorize all of them. So this seems to me beautiful system, Samanic tradition. So I try to teach people spirituality. Spirituality means get connected with yourself. So this way you get connected with everyone. Once you get connected to the whole universe, your spirituality begins. But if you are not connected even, you don't love the vegetation, the animals, the stars, the moon. Look at Jain monks these days. Their face is like very sad, serious looking. Hey, supposed to be laughing, enjoying this whole nature, the stars, the moons, the ocean, the mountain, then whole nature, vegetation. That's what it is. If you are happy, they are happy. If you are sad, they are sad. If you are serious, they are serious. And seriousness, sadness doesn't mean spirituality. I teach people laughing. Laugh. Why? Because by laughing, all this what you are holding inside will be out and you will be on the right track. I tell people, you don't need to go to the temple or to the church. Just laugh someone. Make laugh someone. You are already in the church or temple. So I am, even though I mention a lot of Jain teachings, but I don't want to associate with them much. I only associate with them because that is a one single branch left, closest teaching for the Samanic tradition. And that's why I mention to them. But for me, this kind of truth is hidden in Gita too, in Hindu, in Buddhist texts too. There are many truths hidden everywhere. When the truth, we dig it out, it becomes spirituality. And spirituality is supposed to be the most courageous, profound teachings to improve yourself. That's what I teach, spirituality, instead of one branch of the spirituality. Does it make sense to you?
Acharya Shree, real quick, you're talking about Jain system and spirituality, but people want to learn more. They want to go deeper. So are you suggesting for people to study the Jain scriptures?
I will tell them to study, because there is a 10% truth hidden in it. I will still suggest it to study the Jain scripture, because whatever leftover teachings, they are valuable.
Because I know from when you teach us the scriptures yourself, you'll point out that this is not the truth, this is not the truth, this is why they teach these things, but it was applying to a different time period, so it actually makes sense. So I think personally it would be confusing for truth seekers to study the Jain scriptures without real guidance, because you have the scholars, but you don't have the master there.
That's the problem, because it is very hard to even to learn from the scripture, because they don't know the language, number one. Second, they have scholars. Scholars have their own point of view. And scholars, they are not like masters. There may be scholars, but the masters will know the truth, and they will interpret the way it was. But the scholars, they will feel it differently, and they will explain it differently. So that's what it is confusing when you read scripture without guidance or without master's guidance. It is better to have a teacher, not a scholar, a special master to teach you the scripture, not the only scholars. Scholars, they don't apply on their lives. They are just a scholar, like a university professor. They teach, but it doesn't mean they apply those teachings in their life. Same thing, Jain scholars. They don't apply on their life. Learn from which they are following it, are applying on their life. Monks, nuns, at least they are applying. Monks and nuns are available in now, even outside of India. But the people got stuck. They got stuck that, it is not a Jain tradition. Hey, it is more than Jain tradition. It is a Samanic tradition, it is the original tradition, it is a Tirthankara tradition, and that's what we need to expand these teachings everywhere, because this is universal.
Thank you, Acharya Shree 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗀. And just for everyone's knowledge, Acharya Shree has established 𝗬𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Animal Sanctuary, and he already has established the plan to open up an orphanage. And if you also didn't know, he already has a primary and secondary school that helps 500 children receive education. So it's amazing, because maybe we don't post these things on our website, but for your knowledge, Acharya Shree is living what he teaches. And he's not the person with the master degree in that sense. He's an actual master, but he also has master degrees too and a doctorate. But, Acharya Shree is an amazing individual, and we're all so blessed to learn from him. So thank you all again for tuning in to Acharya Shree's podcast today. And please be sure to subscribe to his podcast on iTunes and YouTube, as well as follow him on social media via Facebook, Instagram, and other forms. This way you can continue to receive the guidance you need for your spiritual journey. Jai Siddhatma.
Jai Siddhatma.